Yo, Toronto heat hit a little bit different. We out here though. It's Tish Ferguson. We are doing a holy girl summer. What is it that holy girls do for the summer? It ain't a hot girl summer. Holy girl summer with Jesus Christ of Nazareth. We're headed to Starbucks because holy girls do Starbucks. I'm gonna check in with y'all on the next clip. So we're leaning into Holy Girl Summers, not Hot Girl Summers this season. Today was all about trying new things. Don't mind the upcoming audio. I tried something new and it didn't work, and that's okay, because that's what life is all about. It's about doing things that you never done before. Street, because I'm trying to check my mind. But this is gonna work. Things you never done before. Now we're doing the public transportation. I've never done this before. Let's see how this goes. I think it comes every 5 minutes.
Oh, well, we have to go on this side anyway. That one's going the wrong way.
Okay. So, where's the other? Oh!
I saw a sign on that.
Alright, we're about to get on the, what's this thing called? A streetcar. I'm getting on a streetcar. Is this the first time I've been on a streetcar? No, I've been on a streetcar in San Francisco. This will be the first time that I'm gonna be on a streetcar in Toronto. And this is looking pretty cool. Come on now. Wait a minute. Nah, it's going the wrong way.
I think we're on the wrong one.
Wait, are we?
We are. It's definitely the other direction. I thought.
But you said.
I know. No, actually, there's no proof that I said it.
No, somebody's camera was on.
I deny all claims. Okay, no, actually, because the one on the other side of the street was going this way, so I thought this one would turn that way.
Yeah.
Is that how it works? Oh my god. Where are we? Yeah. So we definitely went the wrong way. It's all good though, because getting lost is a part of adventures. That's how you know where you're going. I ain't never been over here. I've been here for 2 weeks. I ain't been over here yet. Holy Girl Summers are all about trying something new, being adventurous, doing it with precaution, knowing that God's got you covered, praying before you hit the streets, but still hit the streets, because that's what Holy Girl Summers are about. So yeah, as you can see in the clip before, there is definitely proof that she said we were going the right way. Let's try this again. Alright y'all, we finally going the right way. We going the right way? Are we going the right way? Yes, we are going the right way this time.
There's more room on this one. One thing that I have realized is that I've spent so much time being too afraid to explore life alone, that I spent so much time planning and staying still that I wasn't doing. I started doing, and God brought me people to do life with. James chapter 1 verse 22 says, "Do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says." So not only do you need to open up your Bible and do what the word says, but whatever God says, when you are in solitude with him, you have to move, you have to do. You're responsible for your 10%. I thought this would be the perfect backdrop to one of my Holy Girl Summer tips. And tip number 1 would be that you need to get into your word, get into your Bible, specifically getting into Proverbs 31. The Proverbs 31 woman is a very special woman, and I'm going to put down here a couple of my favorite
scriptures from that chapter and from that book. But one of the things that Proverbs 31 woman did is that she always served her community. She not only served her family, but she served her community. And to be able to serve your community, you have to be in your community. You have to build a community if you cannot find the community that you want. So I'm out here finding my community by like just finding myself in the world and getting lost and doing the thing. But I'm finding my community by also meeting other holy girls. Come in here. Hey, Tiana, my girl, my mastermind girl. We just out here building our community. At the beginning of this year, we both had the same prayer. We both prayed for a community, like-minded people, and didn't know that we were praying for the same thing. And then now here we are connected, because if you don't put your prayers up in the atmosphere, God can't really answer them for you.
You gotta seek it.
Exactly.
You gotta seek it, and we found it. He said, when you knock on the door, it will be answered.
Yes, and I know this girl is gonna be one of my lifelong friends, because we're really building a solid foundation that like I haven't even had the chance to build with other friends that I have. So this is pretty dope. Drake said no new friends, and I know we in Toronto and whatever, but I rebuke that. All new friends, okay? Holy Girl Summer.
It's funny how life works out for you like that, right? That's a heavenly moment. Keep looking out for those in your own life. They're everywhere.
All right, another tip for Holy Girl Summer. What are you spending your money on? Are you spending your money on, and this is nothing against anybody who's doing it, because I love a little two-step, but are you giving your money to clubs and being of the world, or are you giving your money to being in the world? So I love being out and exploring and spending my money on electronics and spending my money on cameras so that I can document the journey, so that I can continue to spread my testimony. And so we about to head to this camera store. I love hitting camera stores in different cities to see what they got. I also have my little Canon camera that's broken, and it needs to be repaired because I've been running around this world with it, still using it, but it's been broken for the past year and a half because I broke it in my travels. But I'm not gonna let a broken camera stop me from documenting the things that I want. So I've been shooting on my Sony, I've been shooting on my Canon. The baby has to go in for repairs. See? Holy Girl Summer, we doing it.
So we're in Toronto and we're headed to downtown Camera so I can get some information about some new gadgets that I want to purchase.
Weddings and courts
Yes.
and things like that. So it seemed to hit this perfect balance, right? In the Sony A7 series, right? That it just made it an excellent camera.
Another thing I'm doing this Holy Girl Summer is really stepping out of my comfort zone. I've always wanted to walk into a camera store and just talk about what I have plans to do with my content, but I was always so intimidated. This was one of the best experiences I ever had, and it was extremely informative.
All right, so we just got out of the camera shop. Tiana and the guy trying to sell me on Sonys. I was not trying to hear them because I love my Canon, even though I'm shooting on a Sony. But I think I'm sold on Sony. There was so much that he shared with me. We were at Downtown Camera and I talked to Nigel, and like Nigel knows his stuff. And one of the reasons why I ain't never really look at Sony is because Sony is really expensive. They're more expensive than Canons. But now I'm realizing why. Because they're just better. I'm sorry, Canon. I'm still gonna keep my 80D until the wheels fall off. But I heard y'all like 10 years behind. And I like to be innovative. I like to be a trailblazer. And if Sony is trailblazing, that's what I'm spending my money on. Holy Girl Summers have to be documented on a Sony camera. So that's it. That's it.
I went to this camera store with the intention of buying a camera in a budget that I thought would best suit me. But then I left understanding that I was actually operating from a place of lack, and I needed to choose a camera from what I needed, not from what I thought I only had. So I'm going back to the drawing board and I'm figuring out what I need, not based on a bank account.
All right, so we are doing a Holy Girl Summer. Another tip is to take yourself out. I came back from an adventure out with my friend and realized that the chicken was not smelling the best way. The chicken that I wanted to make for lunch. I hope y'all can hear me. Not my battery dying. Is that what's about to happen? All right, y'all. So I started out this Holy Girl video with talking about doing things that you've never done. And one of the things that I'm doing is eating out and recording alone. I eat out alone often because I travel, but recording while eating out doesn't normally happen. I'm trying out this soup. It's a corn chowder at this Mexican restaurant in Toronto. It's kind of good. I want to push why it's so important to be out and eating alone, or just to be out by yourself. You have to be able to quiet the noise and be able to do things alone and be comfortable in your own skin and just be comfortable with what it is that, who you are, what you do, what you say. Even the fact that like I'm recording right now and people looking at me crazy. The manager might tell me to stop recording. I don't know. But I'm gonna tell him to tell me no. I'm gonna let him tell me no. I'm not gonna tell myself no. And it's only me doing these over and over and over again where I get comfortable with being myself. Holy Girl Summers are about learning who you are, not being in all of the noise. You know what I'm saying? I'm back. I ordered the jerk chicken. We're gonna see how that goes. But I wish I would have spent more time alone in my 20s. I'm 38. I'll be 39 in a few months. And while I did spend a lot of time alone I spent a good amount of time in my 20s alone because I had my own apartment. But it almost felt like torture. It didn't feel like something that was a blessing. It always felt like torture being alone. Like people didn't like me or people didn't want to be around me, but really it was like I didn't like myself enough to be by myself. And you don't really know if you like your own company until you're in your own company without all of the noise. So Holy Girl Summer is about building community, loving yourself by spending time with yourself alone, getting into your word, really figuring out what a Proverbs 31 woman is by being in your word, and just embracing the summer. And that's what I'm doing. Here we are. Cheers. I know you want some.